I'd like to take this opportunity to speak with you about our vision for learning in TDSB. You will probably recall that we created this document a few years ago when we were trying to pull into one place a strategy, a way of looking at our significant improvements, the great work that happens all across the system. We wanted to pull it into one place because we wanted to say, this is who we are in TDSB. This is what we're working towards, and this is how we're doing it. The reason I want to speak to you, though, is we have updated this document because so much learning has happened, and we wanted to ensure that the document reflected where we are now. A couple of the changes that I want to speak to is that when we first wrote a vision for learning in TDSB, we did not have our multi-year strategic plan. We had not engaged in the Enhancing Equity Task Force. And both that task force as well as the creation of the multi-year strategic plan has helped us solidify our commitments in terms of school improvement. The multi-year strategic plan speaks to transforming student learning, creating a culture of well-being for staff and students, ensuring access to the programs and learning opportunities that our students deserve, using our resources wisely, and building relationships and partnerships. This becomes the foundation for everything we do. And our enhancing equity work, though, taught us that when we look at our system and our students in our system, we can't say that we've been able to serve all of our students well. So then what will be our next steps? The foundation for the vision for learning remains the same: shared leadership, enhanced learning communities with focused improvement, goals set in equity that drives achievement and well-being. And since we first wrote this document, we have shifted our work in equity. We are focusing on us, the adults, the educators. We're thinking about our own bias. We're trying to understand the barriers that that bias may cause. We're thinking about our power, privilege, and how those dynamics might actually impact our students' success. We're deepening our work, and we've now gone even further to say, what does it mean for us to name, interrupt, and deal with all acts of discrimination, all acts of hate, racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, etc. So what I'm trying to say is, though we still have the foundation of a focus in equity that drives achievement and well-being, we're going deeper. Similarly, since the first document was written, we know more about what we mean when we say transforming student learning. We understand the kind of learning opportunities that allow our students to excel. We know that when we think about critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, character development, for example, in different ways in the classroom, it allows our students not only to be prepared in terms of literacy and numeracy, but also to solve real-life problems, both locally and beyond. And that engagement is bringing about a kind of achievement that only happens when we transform learning. We've also, since the first document was written, received the results of our census. And our students are telling us some really significant things about their own well-being. Some of our students do not feel connected. They are not feeling capable of developing relationships. They're seeing their screen time grow, in other words, iPads, iPhones, and the like, and they're not sure exactly how to be healthy, and too many of our students are fearing for their future. So again, when we think about well-being, we have more data now. So really, what is the same is the framework: the leadership, the learning community, the focused improvement. What's different is the depth, how we do it. What's important is that all of the work will still happen through the school improvement process, where each and every school, looking at your students, determines the 3 goals, determines the evidence you'll collect to show improvement, figures out how to monitor for that improvement, and most importantly, communicates both with parents, with students, with staff, what's happened because of our efforts. What I'm so thrilled to share with you today is that our vision for learning remains a foundation, but we're taking it to new depths, and our goal is to serve each and every student in the Toronto District School Board. Thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you so much for your commitment.